going to walk you through this B series Honda transmission assembly. This is a LS, so this is found in North America for the 1994 to 2000 Honda, or actually Acura Integras, the LS, RS, and GS models. Assembly would be the same for a B16 or GSR, just the ratios are different. So starting over here, have all the shift forks, reverse idler gear, and shift mechanism. That's going to get ready to go in. Some axle shaft seals. This is the shift shaft seal that sits right here. This is the input shaft at the clutch disc spins. Walking down through here, this is first gear. This is reverse. That's straight cut. You'll notice how these are angled. Helicals, what you call them, Helical, for quietness. This is second, third, fourth, and then fifth. This is the counter shaft. So this will be fifth gear, fourth gear, third gear, second, first, and then the small one right here is the the final drive. The pinion, you can call it, or the final drive is this whole shaft. And then back here, this is the ring gear that completes the final drive. And this in particular is an M Factory brand LSD. It is a copy of the helical gear type Torsen LSD that's found in the Acura Integra models, the Type R models. So walking over here to the case, this is the bell housing case. I already set these bearings in here. There is an input shaft seal underneath there, which is set. These are torqued, that's torqued, that's torqued, and that is torqued. And then switching over to the outer case, did remove this oil guide. It's a tray to drip fluid on the gears. That's why there's holes in here to cool them, as well as to feed this trough in the back to come through. It comes through the input shaft and actually cools the bearings on the inside. So I'm going to show you a time lapse of assembly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to check clearance on the differential carrier assembly, and then that input shaft. We insert these dowel pins. It's important to note when installing this upper case, there's a tang on the reverse synchronizer, and that needs to be pointed directly up. It goes into a recessed slot in the upper case. So right here I am seating the differential bearings with that tool, and then I'm going to loosen the bolts back up, insert the feeler gauge, tighten the bolts back down, and with this I did find that that shim I had in there was too thick. So I'm going to measure this one and get a 4/1000 thinner shim. Got that installed, and then I'm going to try to reinsert the feeler gauge and check clearance again. So it passed the test there. The feeler gauge did come out. So now I got the counter shaft laid right beside the input shaft, and I'm going to lay the shift forks on top of it, getting ready to install the shift selector. It does have 3 bolts. If you did see me, I did kind of seat the spring on the selector in the vise. So I'm going to torque the bolts down for the selector and then get ready to install the input, counter shaft, and 3 shift forks all together. So once that is all installed, I'm going to grab a wooden block to kind of prop up the bell housing, because the input shaft does stick out past the surface of the bell housing. Now that I've installed the rest of the shift selector, moved on to the idler shaft, the reverse idler shaft, go ahead and torque those bolts down as well, And now I'm going to clean the surfaces and prep them for silicone. And one last check for gutter tray and magnet. Make sure all the shift forks and everything are installed in the proper location. Right here I am trying to unplug my silicone tube, which has clogged up on me, so I ended up just grabbing a brand new tube. So once again, this is a 94 to 2000 Acura Integra non-VTEC transmission. So now that I have set the silicone in there, I'm going to install this upper case. And once I get the upper case on, there's some last minutes that I don't have in the video for the shift detent and reverse idler bolt, as well as cap plug. So I'm going to go ahead and install the rest of the transmission case bolts, zip them down with the impact gun, and then come back and torque them with the torque wrench. The spec is 20 foot-pounds. So thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you in the next one.